Dampers and HVAC efficiency of a forced air system. If you want to be more comfortable as well as save money, knowing how the HVAC airflow works makes a world of difference for your comfort. Before we begin, let's first make sure that you know that a filter always should be changed in order for efficiency to be at its best. This is the slot with the handle here to the left of the sticker that the filter goes into. These are 16 by 25 filters, and as you see, this person has 3 filters available. These should be changed every 60 days. Okay, if your furnace has enough draft set up, it sucks in air at the intakes and blows it up by a squirrel cage blower motor. Never block the air intakes with furniture or any other objects. You have 2 trunk lines that divert the air. One usually again goes to the main and lower levels. That's this one that you're seeing, and you're also seeing a part of the ductwork that blows air to the lower bathroom. This area of the ductwork feeds the main level and this level. The other part of the ductwork is here, and that feeds the very top floor, this square line right here. This is for exhaust for the furnace itself. So we're taking an updraft system, and it sucks air up and it blows air to the main level using this part of the ductwork, and then to the upper level using this part, the trunk line of the ductwork. You should have registers either in the ceiling or on the floor in each room. These are open, and these will open and close. This is the basement, so it's in the ceiling. On the main level, it will be on the floor, and on the top level, it will be in the ceiling again. A damper in the ceiling area by the furnace. It will have a lever that looks like an aluminum thin blade. This lever controls a piece of sheet metal in the duct that you see, and shaped the same length and width of the channel if it is in it. When open, it allows air to flow freely. When it's closed, it should block most airflow going to that sector of the room it is connected to. This process works the best if you can get a partner with a cell phone to call you as you adjust the dampers and at the same time adjust the room registers. As logic would have it, in summer you should wish to have more air on the top floor, moderate air on the main level, and very little AC or cold air on the lower basement area. That's it. To start, you need to find out where the damper is as far as in relation to the ductwork. In this case, the ductwork for the damper is connected to the ductwork that services the lower level. In this case, that's the bathroom here, and the main levels. This line has pipes that go into the main level of the townhouse. Here we're going to almost close, as you see now. This is for letting less air in the main and the lower levels, and in turn will allow more air to go to the top floor. The process now begins. Adjust the airflow. You should find the ductwork portion that has the damper in it first. That's this. This is going to the main levels. Many dampers are marked by the original builder's HVAC contractors who installed the unit. The lever may actually say summer, winter, or in this case open and close. It moves. So I'm going to have it 3/4 of the way closed. If the lever is part of the main level ductwork, you would then close this damper down, not totally as air needs to flow, and closing it completely will retard airflow in other parts of the system. I would start with 3/4 shut. This is where you could use a buddy to work with on the top floor with a cell phone. Give the air a minute to travel. Have your partner feel the force coming out. When you feel the level of flow is good, you also now regulate the registers in each room, depending upon which ones you prefer air to come from and which ones you do not. You should most commonly open the registers on the upper level all the way, close the registers halfway on the main level, or as comfort dictates, and the lower level registers you should be 90% closed. Your goal might be to have no more than 5 to 8 degrees variance in all 3 levels. You may or may not have dampers if you have two-zone heating system. In this case, it's a one-zone heating system. You may have two heaters. Just an added bit of advice, try and keep the temperature at a constant temperature. A full 24-hour cycle is best to check for level variances. Do not get into the habit of pushing up and down the thermostat. Doing this will cause you to have high utility bills. A setback thermostat is always a money saver. Attic insulation, attic fans, whole house fans, storm doors and windows will make a world of difference. This is the registers we're talking about. We're in the basement, so in this case I'm going to close them 3/4 of the way. I'm going to go around to the whole basement and do that. On the main level, I'm going to leave them halfway open. That way I get some airflow there. And now on the top floor, it's winter time, all the air is being pushed up there. I'm going to open them all the way. So I spend most of my time on the upper level. I spend maybe half my time on the main level, and I spend very little in the basement. In the summertime, you definitely want the top floor totally open, and the main level halfway open, and in the basement, the same thing. 3/4 of the way shut in the basement because it stays cooler. That's the purpose of using these registers in conjunction with the damper. A couple other things, make sure your storm windows, if they're open in the summertime, make sure both panes are closed in the winter if you have an older storm window system. They'll profusely leak if you don't. Check these each season. People usually leave one of those windows open and forget to close them in the wintertime. If you have an older home, I will also guarantee one or more of these windows need secured. Lastly, close closet doors when not in use to avoid paying for heat and cooling them. Use fan variations by reversing the direction of a fan to push hot air up, pull hot air up in the summertime. And make grandma proud and close shades in the summer when the sun is directly hitting the window, and open the shades in the winter for natural heat. Old school is cool.